my goodness. Bonjour Boners. Oh, hola. ¿Cómo estás? My sweet Boners. I hope bien. I hope this video finds you bien. Hi, this is Get Wood. My name is Jess Wood. Welcome to the podcast. It is Get Wood, brought to you by undiagnosed Gen X's ADD, perhaps an OCD, perhaps some other things that are undiagnosed. But also, we have a theme song. And if you want to sing along and you know it, please sing along. And if you don't know it, you're going to get it now. You're going to get it. It's just a little mashup of things that I love. So, starting out with Big Bird, Sesame, Big Minge Energy, Rat-a-ta-ta-ta. That's a 9 mil melody. Bam, and you say, God damn, this is a dope jam. I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Jess, I'm broad, said I'm abroad, and said I'm broader than Broadway. And I'm diddling myself, and it feels so good, Hamlet. Your sauce will mix with ours, and we'll make a good goulash, baby. Oh yeah, what time is it? It's time for Get Wood with your pal Jess Wood. That's me. Hi. I said hi earlier, but I'm going to say it a lot. How was your week? I first want to start out with my most exciting story of the week, and that is, which a lot of you know, we have a new mayor. We got a mayor, and he's the best, and he's the baddest. And he came out. Not only did he come out to do his acceptance speech to Ja Rule, but he proceeded. He's not just like an ex-rapper kid who's cosplaying a mayor. This guy is for real, for real. Like his whole shtick, not even a shtick, a real thing. Talking about the people, naming people that he had talked to, calling out the Puerto Rican abuelas and the Jamaican aunties and the baba and mama. And I mean, just fucking, that's America. I mean, I'm sorry, but I thought I knew what America was, and I thought America was a melting pot. Listen, we're all raised to believe that America's a melting pot. It's a great lie that they give to us, starting off very young. Ooh, muscle. Ha, yeah, she's buff. If you see in my background here, if you're on video this evening, which, hello, how are you? Mwah, mwah, mwah. This is a little Christmas tree I got hanging out back here because, November 1st, it may be Dia de los Muertes, but it's also Mariah Day, and it's time for the Christmas trees. And I very much like Carrie Fisher. Well, I didn't get a lobotomy, and I'm not an alcoholic. Well, a drug addict. You know what what are you gonna? It's all the same. Just a little traumatized, ladies. Anyhow, Shauna, she had a Christmas tree set up in her house year round. And you know what I say to that? Huzzah. I say cheers to that, Carrie Fisher. May you rest in peace, baby. She was kind of a wild lady. She had a really insane upbringing. Do I know about those things? I kind of do. Anyway, congratulations to Zoran and Mom Dani. And a lot of people were like, I can't believe a Muslim and I'm going to move out of New York City. And I'm like, get the fuck. Can I go direct traffic to help you all out of this city? Because it's become very uninteresting since you've all been here. And we haven't had as many artists or immigrants or people that can afford to live in the city. And yet they keep it all running. So let's reward the people, shall we? Let's give love to the people. That's why I'm here, every week, giving love to my people. You always give love to the homies. Get your shit pushed in. Anyway, one of my favorite movie lines, just a little about me. I like crazy shit. Thanks for coming to Get Wood. So congratulations to our new mayor. I cannot wait. And I love his wife. His wife is gorgeous, hot, but it doesn't even matter that she's gorgeous, hot, but she's real. She's a cartoonist. She's done some amazing political cartoons that you should go and check out. What a couple. What a power couple. I'm saying, I'm very proud to say that I live in New York City and that this guy's coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? So put that in your pipe and smoke it there, pal. So what else is happening this week? Well, I don't know if you've heard the news, but this uh political climate that we're in, they're taking all the benefits away. So, and healthcare is really on the chopping block. So, because I get state and federally funded things, I'm like, all right, I better take advantage of everything before it all gets taken away. And because I was not taken to the doctor a lot as a kid, not really ever. My mom did not believe in doctors. Jesse, no, oh God, doctors, they're a bunch of quacks. They're a bunch of quacks. And then she would proceed to give me like a tablespoon of raw honey with Chinese herbs sprinkled on it, which, listen, nowadays it seems about normal, but back in the 1900s, what the fuck's going on there, Ellen? Jesse, I was ahead of my time. Carrot juice and Chinese herbs are really where it's at, and people are figuring it out finally. She would definitely be very upset about what's happening right now in our climate. Anyhow, so because of that, I'm going to all the doctors and I went to the eye doctor. If you remember, I had that delicious and delightful sty for a moment in time. It was more than a moment and it was more than delicious. It was upsetting. And if you recall, I did go on my love vacation, my little rendezvous with the mom, and I had a giant, what looked like a delightful pimple on my eyelid. And it was really, he was quite, I'd like to say a big thank you and a shout out to my, my guy out there. Ah, what a patient delight he is. Anywho, so I went to the doctor, went to see the eye doctor, and the eye doctor told me, which is this is a line that I continue to get as I age, and I guess we all get it because it's the doctor. And this is the line that they say to you or me every time I get my little diagnosis at the end of the visit. Now, Jessica, as we get older, shut it, stop it. Get a grip. I know I'm getting older. I know. Oh, I know. Oh, there are so many signs. Signs everywhere, signs. And the eyes are really the mirror to the soul. And what happens is as oh my, there's a bit of motorcycle racing going on outside. It is Saturday night, the loneliest night of the week. And so, as we get older, our lids tend to clog the oil ducts. I know it's get wood, part wild and crazy weak stories and part WebMD. So your ducts get in a row and they fucking fill up with bacteria. It's a fucking delight. It's disgusting. So yeah, so I've got to do some hot compress. I know, sexy hot compress on my eyeballs, but that's to keep the eye health well. And let me tell you, I asked her, I said, is if I have a bang in front of my eye for my whole life, like I have a right bang in front of my right eye. Well, maybe it's a left bang hanging over the right eye. Very Rita Hayworth, very old movie star-esque. And yet, I believe perhaps there's some damage to this eye. Well, fear not, my lovely, lovely listeners. No, no, nope. Everything's well. Everything's good. I could see all the things through the things. They put the little shutter in front of you. I was like, A, H, Q, F, B, motherfucker, what? And she was like, yeah, you really got them. I'm a seeing eye dog. Because I think it's because of all the fucking carrot juice that my mom made me drink when I was a little kid. Jesse, it's good for you. It's good for your eyes. Well, I guess now we're finding that out. Ha! The hippies were right about some stuff, right? About like solar energy and pollution in the water and underpants are very, they constrain. My mom, Jesse, you don't need underpants. I do. I know I do. So on to the next story. Thank you. That was a great transition. I know. So my eyes very healthy. And they dilate them. I guess I'm not done with the eyes, but they dilate you when you, and I've only heard of like cervixes being dilated, and that when it's a birthing, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. And yet they dilate your eye. And the only time that I've had dilated pupils, you know it, you little psychedelic suckers out there, always with the acid and the mushrooms. Just big black pupils taking up the entirety of my eye. And really, when you look at yourself in the mirror, which you're not supposed to when you're doing psychedelics, they say, don't look in the mirror. It's never going to go well. Well, I've done it. And I agree. It doesn't go great. But what I remember, those big black pupils. And let me tell you something, when I did heroin, totally different deal. Heroin, pupils are just a little bitty pins. I know. Oh, the more you know. I am so glad you tuned in to Get Wood because I'm a teacher of sorts. Oh, gosh. So on Wednesday, because of the Tuesday mayoral election and the way that it turned out and the fucking fantastical situation that we're going into next. And he's the 111th mayor, which is 111, which you know I'm a wooey girl, lady. And excuse me, authenticity. What? She doesn't edit anything. And I am very excited because that is New Beginnings 111. So it's a beautiful numerology number. It's a beautiful new start. It's a young voice, very exciting. So because of that, the energy in the city the next day in New York was so lovely. Like it was just everyone's shoulders had kind of come down and people were kind of smiling, half smiling at each other, going walking around the streets, or rocking around these streets in New York. And it was really palpable. And even at the JOB, it felt a little less hectic and people not being as shitty. Because on Sunday night, oh dear, your friend Jess got very violent. Oh, it's like I turn into Jiminy Glick. Very violent. I was so angry, and this is not good. This is not good for me. It's not good for my health, my blood pressure. I one time was so angry on a subway platform because the train had gone out of service while we were on our way back to Coney Island late at night, and we got off. We had to all get off of the train and get onto the platform. It was freezing cold, and so I was cursing and I was carrying on as I have done in the past. And this black woman looked at me and she goes, ooh, you better watch your pressure. Watch your pressure. And you know what, folks? She's right. And that was an angel in my arena. Angels in the arena. Why not? Maybe we're roller derby women. So I was so angry, and it's not healthy and it's not good. And I said that already, but I have to reiterate it because it's really bad for energetically for everybody involved. And they're not doing anything to me on purpose, but they are. Because why? Because they're fucking sitting there and they know we're closed. Every chair is on the table. The music is off. The lights are bright. We keep saying, can we wrap some of these things up for you? You know, no, we're okay. It's okay. No, we're good. We're good. Are you fucking out of your minds? So my first thing is to go back huffing and puffing to the kitchen. And I'm like, fucking, what the fuck? Because they feel it too, because they had to redo their kitchen to reopen for these fools. So I'm back there and I'm like, I fucking hate white people. I got my arms crossed. I'm all mad. And I hate fucking white people. I hate white people. And they're like, yeah, same. But they're really getting a kick out of me being so angry. And I will say it is in my history to be a very angry lady, and it's not great. And so these people who were at this table, being entitled and staying too late, had a bouquet of balloons that they had brought in for their friend. Our friend did the marathon. It's so awesome. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we already had a marathon of a work day. We'd like to go home now. We'd also show up at your job. Where do you work? Because I'm going to come and hang out there at 5 minutes till you close and then make you stay a fucking hour later and see how you feel. Christy, Rebecca, Megan, whatever your name is, Becky. And so they had these balloons and I started to walk past the balloons and I just punched the balloons. And like they didn't see me punching the balloons, but I knew I was punching the balloons and it felt too good. It just felt too good. And I have to not fill myself with things that feel violently good. I want to be filled up with things that, well, hey Holmes, you know what I want to be filled up with? Filled up with positivity, filled up with good things, and helping others fill up with positivity and good things themselves. So if I'm punching your balloons, it's probably not going to be a good thing for anybody involved. All right. So what brings me joy? You know me. I love to dance in the kitchen. Oh, do I dance in that kitchen? Look out now. Look out. And I do not record myself dancing in the kitchen because, it's my time. It's my time to dance like no one's watching. And they're not. They're really not. And I don't care if they are because I'll go dancing. You want to fucking test me? Take me dancing. See if I don't dance. So I go out to Coney Island. Well, I already had visited the eye doctor on Monday, but then on Thursday, I had to go get my cans crushed. That's what I call the mammogrammo. Now, getting your cans crushed, it's not that big of a fucking whoop. I got to tell you, they make it really, everyone makes it so, oh my God, it's so awful and it hurts so bad. No, it's fine. You get some smush, you get some push, there's some pressure. Whatever. I'd rather that than get my teeth cleaned. You know what I mean? And I do get clean teeth and I don't like it, you know? So smushed, I got the cans crushed and then I split out to Coney Island because there was some sunshine going on. And you know how I love the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine, Bill Withers. And my life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. So I rocked it on out to, or I folked it on out to Coney Island. And I started walking the boardwalk and I met up with my bestie Jewel and we were walking the boardwalk and it was beautiful, sunshiny day. Oh Lord, it was lovely. And the clouds were doing all this pornographic, sexy cloud puffy stuff. And do you ever look up and see clouds and just think, that is so damn sexy? Woof. That is some sexy clouds. And you got the sexy clouds above the sparkly ocean. What? Come on. You got the birds. The birds are flying around. Special. Pay attention. There's some special shit out there. Bring you some joy in your life. You deserve all the joy. So we're walking back up to her place and we're taking the streets. How else are we going to do it? Fly? I don't think so. We're not the birds. So we are walking up towards her apartment and it's a time in the day where the Lincoln High School kids are all getting out of school. And usually you try not to be on the main drags when the kids are coming out because it's so many teenagers just coming at you and they've got a lot of energy and they're riled up I love the kids, but you know what? They're a lot. They're a lot. And I know you're agreeing with me and I thank you for agreeing with me. However, there was a group, about 5 kids. I want to say there were 3 gentlemen and 2 ladies, young, black, dancing, jumping. This one gentleman was jumping. Wow, he was jumping so high. It was like magnificent from nothing, from nowhere, just from the ground up. Just wow, just such a fucking beautiful jump. So my friend and I start going, yeah, that's right, yeah. And we're cheering them and we're like, go. And I said, I want to dance with you. I want to jump with you. And they were like, you do, miss, you do. And I was like, I do, y'all, I do. And so then they said, wait, can you tape us? Will you record us dancing? And I said, well, yeah, but could I dance? And they were like, not right now, but you could record us dancing. So, listen, I know my lane. I'll stay in my lane. I'm in the slow lane now. You got to move to the right. You got to move to the right. These young people, they're in the left lane. They're going fast as can be, but they need support. So here I am on the right lane talking about, okay, let me hold the phone. So I'm holding the phone out, and these kids are wilding, but they're doing a dance that I hadn't seen yet. So I'm going to hip you to it because I'm like, the older lady that likes the hip young dances. Now it looks like I'm smacking your face, just a smack it, smack it, smack it. But let me tell you, you're moving your body and you're smacking the fucking wind, and you're just smacking and you're smacking some more. And there's a lot of smacking going on. And both hands, you could bring both in. You could smack both at the same time. And all I think about is Bernie Mac. Because when I think of smacking, I think of Uncle Bernie. And Bernie Mac in the movie with Chris Rock, where he's the president, where he becomes the president. Fuck, what's the name of it? God dang it. Anyway, it's on the tip of my tongue. If you're in the chat, write it in the chat if you think. Anyways, okay, so Bernie Mac he gets out of a plane and he's walking through the airport and he's just smacking, smacking, smacking. So whenever I see a lot of smacking going on, a whole lot of smacking going on, the kids, oh, they were smacking and they were loving it and they were laughing and they were jumping in and they were changing the where maybe they would go in and they'd have a long shot and then they'd come in, they'd have a close up, and I was just there, just steady cam lady on the camera, staying in my lane. But you know what? You want to help those kids? You cheer them on when you see them dancing. You cheer them on when you see them jumping. You cheer them on. These babies, what kind of world are they going to come up in? I mean, my God, I got all the love for them, and I had such fun. We just had the best time, and they liked my outfit. And you know that I've said this before, and I'll say it again: when a teenager compliments you and your outfit, your hairdo, whatever it is, you better take it. That is gold. That is gold, because a teenager's like a little kid. They're going to be truthful in not the nicest way sometimes. This is facts. Okay. So that was my Thursday dance. Yeah, Thursday dance. Friday. Now see how we go through the week? We just go through the week. It's very linear. It's a linear situation. Um so Friday yesterday. Ha! Oh, did I have fun? First, okay, I went to another doctor. I know, motherfucker. Like that's 3 fucking doctor visits in a week. I sound like my auntie. All right, I went to the podiatrist. I went to the pain management. I went to uh, I already told you. Oh, I did the stomach. I'm having some stomach. My stomach's a little off. And here's the thing, my stomach is not off. My stomach feels great. My poos are great. My stomach feels great. Everything feels great. However, you got to get the tube in the butthole. You got to get the camera through the colon. And at a certain age, you got to do it, man. So bing. You're up. You're up, friend. So it was just the consultation. And I got to tell you, the Russian doctors, when I told them I smoked, like I told you, they were like, you're fine. You don't smoke very much. You're fine. But the Chinese doctors, I tell them I smoke. Oh, no, Jessica, no, don't. You shouldn't even have one cigarette, Jessica. And they get all sweet and soft spoken for me. I said, thank you, but my PCP said it's okay. So whatever, butt doctor. So went to the butt, didn't do the butt thing yet, but it's coming. Oh, you'll be the first to know. You know you will. And so then after that, I got to go and meet with some friends, eat some lunch. And it was my friend from LA, and he was here visiting, and we had lunch. And then my friend Ivy showed up, and she was here, and she was with us, and we all ate. It was fucking great. And then we went outside and we smoked. And all the smoking and the smoking of the weed outside, it's just, there's something so relaxing and it feels, and I know it's been happening for a while, but there's some days that I light a joint in the middle of the street and I'm just like, What is this world we are living in? It is just yeah. So we had some smoke. Then we went up to Union Square, meet another girlfriend of ours. Homeboy he went on his New York way, but we went and met up with another girlfriend at Union Square Park. And so we're all sitting in the park, and it's like dusk time, which a lot of people aren't in the park at dusk, and it's a Friday, so people are going, happy hour. They're going out, they're meeting their friends, whatever they do in New York City. There's a lot going on a Friday night. So we're sitting in the park, Union Square Park, and there's a dude across from us. And he's not saying anything. He's just sitting there, just very nothing. We're smoking again. Here we are, smoke. We got a new friend now. We're gonna smoke again. And then this dude comes over, and he's all in like not a hospital outfit gown, but like a hospital outfit. You know what I mean? Like scrubs, but he's not a nurse. But he's in like a hospital garb. And he's, he's clean enough, fine, whatever. And he goes and sits next to the dude across from us, and he starts talking to the dude, but real loud, like so that we could hear. And he's a bald dude, Puerto Rican dude. I want to say he's like in his 60s. And he was in his 60s. He said it. And his name was Jose, because he wanted everybody to know, hey, what's going on? My name is Jose. I'm a boxer. I do martial arts, like somebody I know. And he goes, and I'm the most powerful man you're ever going to meet. Wow. That's quite a statement. Jose was really feeling himself. So that lasted for a little bit with the guy, but then the guy got up and left. The guy was like, this guy, he's talking my fucking ear off. And then Jose wants to yell out to us, hey, yo, excuse me, miss, yo, you three, miss, you three. And we're like, yeah, hey, how's it going? What's up? And he goes, yeah, my name's Jose. And we're like, yeah, we heard you're a boxer and martial artist, and you're the most powerful man that we're ever going to meet. And he goes, ha ha, that's right. And then as he's talking, I start to tell one of the girls, oh, I used to work at this chip shop. It was owned by this English dude. And we used to wear these shirts that said, lie back and think of England, which means just get raped because we need to keep the land. That's what that fucking means. So we had t-shirts that were our work shirts that said that, lie back and think of England. Oh dear God. Anywho, because he was a punk rock. Hey, it was fucking punk rock. And he was like, yeah, fuck everybody. And people coming in and asking for fucking gluten-free. You can tell them to suck your dick, cunt. And I'm like, I am not going to say that to the customer. They just want a gluten-free. Anyway, so I'm saying something about the chip shop in England. And now this other dude is walking by, definitely an unhoused gentleman, homeless, if you will. And he has a hood on, white guy. And he says, what did you say about the Church of England? Like right next to my head. And I go, I didn't say anything about the Church of England. And then there's a pause, and the girls are both looking at him. Jose gets up and he's like, yo. And I go, it's okay, Jose, I got this. And the guy leans down again and he goes, there is a house in New Orleans. And then he leans back, and I looked at him and I go, do they call it the Rising Sun? And he goes, you got it. And then he walked away. So, just these small interactions. And Jose was up and like ready to fucking punch this dude in the face. We were like, Jose, slow your roll. We're good. He's moved on. He wanted to quote music. It's fine. Music is love. So Jose is like, all right. But listen, do me a favor. Pull out your phone. Take a picture of me. We're like, what? He's like, I think you should take a picture of me. You need to remember me. And I was like, Jose, I'm never going to forget you. And we had all introduced ourselves to him before. And he goes, Jessica, I'm never going to forget you either. Okay. That got me a little nervous. But then now we have pictures of him. So we know who Jose is. And then he says, while you have your phones out, I need you to do me a favor. Look up this address, 4900 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 12572. Right. So we're like, what? So my girlfriend, who's very nice, she's much nicer than I am, this Irish woman that I'm friends with, Fiona, she pulls out a phone. Oh, you remember her? I almost was arrested for picking flowers when I was with Fiona last. And she's always with me when all this wild shit happens. And she has her phone out and she's like, oh, what was it? 4900 Forest Avenue, Staten Island. Okay, I've got it. I've got it here. And he goes, all right, get the phone number. And she goes, all right. So they get the phone number and he goes, okay, call him up. Call him up. And she says, I don't know them. I'm not going to call them. I don't think I should talk to them. I don't know them. And he goes, but I'll talk to them. All right. Just give me the phone and I'll talk to them. And she goes, well, I'd rather not give you my phone. And I said, yeah, Jose, that's a big fucking ask. All right. Like we wish you well. We got you the photographs that you wanted. We took the photos. And now, we're not going to call someone and hand you the phone. So he goes, all right. All right. Could you write down the phone number for me? So Fiona, as lovely as she was, she wrote down the number and she gave it to him, and God bless and wish you very well. That's exactly it. And that's it. Ooh, look at that. Clean finish by 3033. What? You think I don't time the show? You think I don't know what the stories are and how much time I can do within the stories? Of course you do. That's why you're here. And I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for listening, for watching, for sharing. I love when you share the show. It makes me thrilled, absolutely delighted. And who doesn't need a couple laughs? Who doesn't need some silly stories? Who doesn't need to know about dilated pupils and butt doctors? Come on. Teenage dancing and the like. Please share the show. Love you so much for doing it. If you like this, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find this on all the podcast platforms. And if you haven't already, please go to said podcast platform and leave a 5-star and a review for me. I would love that. Shows coming up. The big one that's coming up is the storytelling show in Coney Island on the 22nd. That's Saturday, November 22nd. It'll be part of the Fall of Freedom Festival, which sounds so sad. But we will be bringing in some funny stories for you. So if you can, if you're in the New York area and you want to come out to Coney Island and get some stories told to you, with you, for you, please come on out. And I don't know what else. Anything else you wanted me to talk about, please let me know. You know how to get in touch with me. And I love you so much for watching. And listen, if you're not doing any harm to yourself, any harm to anyone else, you are doing wonderful job. I know it's very sticky out there. So please take care of yourself and remain those silky smooth creatures that you are. Love you so much. I'll talk to you next week. And please take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. Okay, bye. Okay. Ayun, yes.